Has some towers here. About a mile away from Alton Towers. Very excited for another day of coasters. Some good ones today, hopefully. Another cold day. Hopefully it doesn't stop the coasters from running. Didn't yesterday, at least the temperature didn't yesterday. It was the winds that kept the big one closed. I love these narrow roads. Well, I guess let's follow the herd from here. Welcome to Alton Towers. Theme park, so it's checked at the end, I guess. I bought parking ahead of time. Still don't like that way of doing it. Why take care of the parking at the end of the day? Used to gates at the front, you pay, and at the end of the day you can just go. Friendly guy. Alright, all parked. Let's head on in. Alton Towers. Hey guys, Theme Park Mark here. Another day, another bucket list UK park. This one is Alton Towers. Very excited to get on the likes of Nemesisreborn, Smiler, Oblivion, Wickerman. So many good rides here to get on. There's also a new top spin as well called Toxicator, I think. I'm going to try and get on that if the line's not too long. It doesn't look to be too busy this morning. Park hours are 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. It is a Monday. Weather's not looking too bad anyway. It's clear skies out right now, about 48 degrees Fahrenheit, so a little bit on the chilly side, but hopefully that doesn't stop the coasters from running. So, as always, I'm excited to take you guys along with me for the ride, so let's head into the park and let's giddy up. Alright, not sure where I'm going. I think I'm headed towards the monorail, just kind of following people. Looks like the entrance might be in that direction. First line of the day is the monorail. Looked like on the map it was probably a mile walk up to the entrance, so I figured this might be a little bit easier, but I don't know how many monorails I'll have to wait on here. I'm greeted by a corkscrew. Glaucoma. It's not a credit today. And I am in Alton Towers. So amazing to be here. It's like a gigantic, sprawling park. Complete opposite of Blackpool yesterday, where everything was kind of cramped together. Definitely a lot of walking today, that's for sure. Probably just gonna head straight forward. I kind of took a quick look at the map. I think Smiler and Oblivion are up here on the right. So that's where I'm gonna head first. Wow, it's just beautiful. See the towers there in the background. I'm gonna head towards Oblivion and Smiler first. Here through the trees is a more spinning coaster, Spinball Wizard. I'm gonna skip this for right now. I'm gonna try and do basically a full loop around the park. So I'll come back to this one at the end. Entering X Sector. There's the Smiler. This coaster has the most inversions of any coaster in the world. 14. The Gerstlauer Infinity Coaster. It's also the first B&M dive coaster here, Oblivion. I think it was the first. One of the first, anyway. I'm gonna try Oblivion first and then Smiler. Alright, heading into Oblivion. Now I got the fast track for today, but it's just a one-time use for each of the major coasters. I didn't get the unlimited because the hours were so short today and it was very expensive, so let's have a ride, B&M dive coaster, Oblivion. Alright, let's go for a back row ride, a second row, Oblivion. Oblivion that was rather short. But for it being a prototype, it's about what I would expect. Wish there was at least an inversion or something after it, but it wasn't. It's just go up, drop, and you're done. Also wish it kind of holds you there at the top a little bit longer. It's just a very brief pause. But one coaster done. Let's head on over to the Smiler. This one has a single rider queue, so I'll do that. Hopefully it's not an hour wait, we'll see. Inversions, you count them? That's a crazy ride for sure. First Flower Infinity Coaster. Now, I remember riding Steel Curtain back in 2021 at Kennywood. Obviously a completely different type of coaster. That's an SNS. That has the most inversions in North America. I remember looking up afterwards wondering what has the most inversions in the world. Well, that would be this. So that's what kind of put Alton Towers on my radar at the time. It was a quick wait for single rider, so I'm going to go back around and have a second ride on this while I'm over here, and we'll continue on. The ride itself is very enjoyable, mostly smooth, some jolty sections. I'm not a fan of those over-the-shoulder restraints, kind of restrict you putting your arms up in the air to really enjoy the inversions the most. Otherwise, the ride itself, very good. Let's have a second ride. ليه واي واي ليه نطلع دي ايه يا مالك هذا؟ ليه نطلع دي ايه؟ خدها ماشي. ليه كده ليه المليطه دي ليه المليطه ليه ما هينزلها اكيد هينزلها اهو. مش بقول لك هينزلها. Got front row ride there on the Smiler. The second half of it I thought was a bit headbangy, even on the front row. But I do like how they time the two lift hills out so that you get this kind of interaction here. It's pretty awesome. Yeah, 14 inversions. I'd say I still prefer Steel Curtain at Kennywood. Obviously, it's a completely different ride, but ride manufacturer and ride type. But also has a lot of inversions. Has 11, I think. This one has 14. I'm going to continue on to Rita and 13, which are a pair of Intamin coasters. So I'm going to head in that direction. And here are the towers themselves. Hex appears to be closed. This is the Vekoma Madhouse. It's a bummer, would have liked to try it. We'll continue on to the Dark Forest. Found a couple coasters in the Dark Forest. A couple Intamin coasters here, Rita and 13. 13 I think is the more thrilling one. Rita's more of a family coaster from what I can tell. Let's have a ride on both of them. I will start with Rita, I believe. Maybe both entrances are over here. The fast track entrance for Rita was closed, it looked like, so just wait 25 minutes, I guess, for this ride. Quite the maze you gotta wander through here.
Keep your head back. Hold on tight. You must escape. Go!
Two Intamins on the Dark Forest. Rita, very snappy launch. At one point there, one of these first turns almost started to gray out a little bit, so it's very forceful. Good ride. The restraints, bulky over the shoulder. Restraints similar to Maverick at Cedar Point, Fahrenheit at Hershey Park. It's not the most comfortable in the world. I wish there was a big top hat here too, as most Intamin accelerator coasters have. Up next, 13. We'll do the other Intamin.
Ooh, let's fucking freak out, guys! I'm just pretending we're at Jurassic Park. We have to go up, we have to go down. Well, I might as well jump out now then.
So that was 13, that was actually pretty good. I was kind of expecting the drop track, but I wasn't expecting the blast of air in the face right before that. That kind of scared the crap out of me. Nice backward section there too at the end. I think I actually enjoyed that more than Rita, to be honest. So next I'm going to take a quick little break, hydrate, get something to eat, and we'll continue on. I think Wickerman is next. Still got Nemesis and Galactica as well. 6 other coasters I think still left to get. Don't know if I'll get them all in, but try and get the big ones anyway. So break time. My break is done. I'm on my way to a GCI, a Wickerman. This is such a picturesque park, that's for sure. So the gardens over here. There was a path over to Forbidden Valley. Would have been nice to take, but we're gonna ride a coaster up here instead. Time for some GCI goodness. Wickerman. Let's go for row 6 ride on Wickerman. Very solid GCI. I love GCI wooden coasters. The only one I've really had a rough time on was Wildcat at Hershey Park, which no longer exists. Solid ride. Love the tunnels at the start. Some pretty solid airtime moments too. Decent laterals. I do think I prefer Woden and Troy, other 2 GCIs in Europe that I've done so far. I think those are slightly better, but this is still a solid ride. Very, very good. to come back for another ride in a little bit. I'm gonna continue on to the next coaster. The rapids ride here, Katanga Canyon. No one on it. And I don't blame them. No thank you. Headed up to the Runaway Mine Train, the Mack powered coaster, not an Aero mine train. That'll be the next coaster to do. Keep checking the app, and Nemesis Reborn has not been running all day. For the first few hours it said it was going to be opening later, and then the opening later just turned to closed. So, I don't know if it's going to open today, but get down there and take a look pretty soon. Alright, Runaway Mine Train. Let's have a ride. Runaway Mine Train, choo-choo. 4 credits left to get now. I think that's probably one of the better powered coasters I've been on. Nice little interaction there with the rapids ride, even though nobody was on it. Looked like on the app, Nemesis Reborn is now open, so that's where I'm gonna head. Entering Forbidden Valley. There's 2 B&Ms here and a Huss top spin. Just gonna start with Nemesis. Oh, there's also a dark right here, Nemesis Subterra. Not sure if I'm gonna have time for that. Just again, focusing mostly on the coasters. Here, my first visit. I'm gonna head down to Nemesis for a ride on a B&M invert. This is iconic. Nemesis B&M invert. Just set down a couple years ago for retracking and kind of retheming. And reopened last year as Nemesis Reborn. Let's go have a ride. fantastic B&M invert. A little bit on the shorter side, but what it has is amazing. We're kind of weaving in and out of the terrain here. Love it's not even really like a first drop, you just go straight into an inversion here at the start. That was great, it was very intense. I wouldn't say it's at the top of B&M inverts. I think the top tier probably would be Montu, Osiris, and Alpengeist. But Nemesis I think is right below that. And I'd say is better than Black Mamba at Fantasyland as well. Fantastic ride. So I'm going to get the other B&M, which is Galactica, B&M Wing Coaster, I believe. Or flying, one of those two. And then I might get a ride on Toxicator. See the eyeball here on Nemesis. I'll probably come back for another ride as well. It was on a 30-minute wait. Dispatches are pretty good, and I think it's running 3 trains. Nemesis. Wah wah. So Galactica just broke down. It is a B&M flying coaster. So I'm gonna have another ride on Nemesis. As good as that Huss top spin looks, and I believe it is brand new too for this year. I prefer the B&M invert. So I'm gonna have another ride on Nemesis. Row 7 that time on Nemesis. You don't pick the rows, they have a wrangler to assign out the rows. Very good ride on the back as well, very intense. Especially on the feet, on that helix towards the beginning. Such a great ride, Nemesis. Looks like Galactica reopened, so I'm gonna head over there. Alright, super ride, B&M flying coaster, Galactica. That was Galactica. Decent B&M flying coaster. Nothing spectacular, but thank goodness there's no pretzel loop on that. Well, there was one section where you're kind of going backwards on your back facing the sky. It wasn't bad at all. Stayed very low to the ground. A lot of swooping turns. It's a decent B&M flying coaster anyway. Still not a huge fan of them. Definitely prefer the Vekoma one at Phantasialand, which I'll be doing later in this trip. 2 coasters left to get. There's about 40 minutes left in the day. So I think I'm gonna have another ride on Wickerman first, and then if there's time, do the last 2 coasters. I'm back at Wickerman. 20-minute wait. There's about 20 minutes left in the park day, so this is probably gonna be the last ride of the day. So I'll leave 2 coasters. Not the end of the world. Got 8 out of 10, not bad at all. And got the best ones anyway. So let's have another ride on this fantastic GCI. Wickerman.
For hundreds of years, our family has lived in these woods, led by the spirit of the Wickerman. The elders told us of a day when he would rise to give us freedom and eternal well-being. But to start that ritual, we must present him with a gift. And that gift is you. You and the flame. Time. He is here. What an honor to see yourself bound in wicker, encased in his soul, and you see yourself in him. The time has come for the Wickerman to rise. Together we shall feed the flames. Let the ceremony commence.
got a back row ride there on Wickerman to finish off the day. Fantastic GCI. Even better in the back row. I think that's definitely got to be the best row on the train. Definitely warmed up throughout the day. A lot of the airtime elements hit a little bit harder. Felt a lot faster. Just a great ride. I do think Nemesis is still my favorite here at Alton Towers. Just a good solid coaster collection here. Got 8 out of 10 done. Leave 2 for next time, which I'm sure will be in the coming years. With that, thanks so much guys for watching as always. Coming up next tomorrow for me, and probably next week in the next vlog, is going to be Thorpe Park, which will be the last of the 3 major UK parks that I'll be doing on this trip. So with that, signing off for my first visit here at Alton Towers. Thanks so much guys. Take care. Have to get some merch here. I walk through Mutiny Bay. Well, I decided to walk back to the parking lot. Let's just say I'm happy I took the monorail this morning. This has been going for, I don't know, a mile or so at least, maybe longer. That's quite a hike. After what felt like a 3-mile walk, found it. Only car around here too. There's Pikachu. Let's head out of here.